What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be taking a look at the 10th anniversary roadmap here. As you guys can see before you, it is finally complete. We have gotten all of the characters filled out here from all three parts of the celebration, right? But I have some curiosities about whether this is actually finished or not. There are a couple of facts that we have to go over in order to kind of, determine what may or may not happen for the remainder of the anniversary. We are coming up on the end of the celebration. Today is the 27th. At the time I'm recording this, and the anniversary is slated. Most of the anniversary events are slated to go away on March 6th. So we have about 9 days left until the anniversary is officially over, but there is still the possibility that we get an EX part to the anniversary, which typically speaking does, simultaneously release with whatever the next Dokkan Fest celebration is going to be, right? So we should be getting, whatever new, Dokkan Fest character we're going to get releasing on the 6th with that celebration, and then it's possible that we would also see some extra, EX part stuff from the anniversary appearing around that time. So what may be coming in that, I have a couple of ideas here, potentially about things we could see. So we did get all of these filled out from all of the anniversary headliners, the banner units, all of the free-to-play units here, the Easy A's and Super Easy A's that we got. And there are a couple of things still hanging in the balance. So one of the biggest things that was hanging in the balance for a while was the Memorial Stone here, right? Obviously, we had to wait quite a while to figure out what even they were going to do with this. But obviously, at this point, we know that the 10th anniversary Memorial Stone was used, for us to all be able to pick up a free copy of potentially a 10th anniversary headliner if you wanted to. And then, obviously, various other units from the previous year. So yeah, with that out of the way, there's only really one other loose end that hasn't yet been tied up from the anniversary. Basically, things that have been released as like a clue or an asset or something that we know is tied to the anniversary, but they haven't really given us the answers yet about what it means or when it's coming or how they plan to give us, whatever given content. So what I am referring to here, we have to jump into the part 2 live stream reveal in order to, see what I'm talking about here. I wasn't able to find the VODs straight from Bandai Namco. They don't really have a lot of their VODs listed on YouTube, so we're just going to be using the the live stream that Truth did for part 2 here. So yeah, let me mute this really quick, just because there's a bunch of streamers in a Discord talking over this and stuff, so it'd be very messy. But we'll play through here. So when they were talking about the Training in the Clouds event, when this first released here at the beginning of part 2, so, they were advertising, okay, there's a new Proof of Mastery item that we're going to be able to obtain in the shop. We'll be able to get items such as Dragon Stones and whatnot in the Baba Exchange shop. Okay, great. Obviously, they're encouraging players there to play it. Let's see here. There's a really important piece of text coming up in a second here. I believe it is the next thing they're going to be showing right after this. Where is it at here? Okay, here we go. So, among the exchangeable items, this right here. There are also EX skill orbs that can be equipped to characters who will undergo Extreme Z Awakening during the 10th anniversary campaign period. They have straight up said that. This is fact, that's going to happen. So, big deal with that is that they did release quite a few of those EX skill orbs, as they said they were going to. There were, to be more specific, there were 3 characters that got those EX skill orbs in part 2 when the event initially released, and then there were 4 more characters that got EX skill orbs added to the shop at the beginning of part 3 once the event revamp went through, right? So those 7 characters I have listed right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what these characters are. So the very first one we had, so the first 3 here I have listed were from part 2, so the AGL Super Vegito, we have AGL Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and then we had the Super Saiyan GT Goku. And then in part 3, the next 4 characters listed were the Namek Full Power Frieza, the Namek Super Saiyan Goku, the Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and then the Dokkan Fest Int Super Gogeta here. Now, multiple of these characters have already received their EZAs and are a part of this 10th anniversary roadmap, right? Obviously, we know that the Namek, Goku, and Frieza here did get their EZAs. We saw AGL Super Vegito get his EZA right at the start of the anniversary. In part 3, we got a Super EZA for the Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan here. But that is it. All of these other characters in here have not seen EZAs during the 10th anniversary celebration yet, right? So this guy, obviously he is already an EZA'd character, so his potential would be for a Super EZA. Then we have the GT Super Saiyan Goku, has not been EZA'd yet. And then this guy, the Int Super Gogeta. So none of these characters, none of those 3 characters have seen an EZA in the 10th anniversary celebration, but they basically guaranteed that that's gonna happen with that text in the part 2 reveals, right? So that is a very interesting thing. We'll have to see, but that is the biggest suspicion that I have of why this roadmap is actually not complete yet. I think they are going to pull a fast one on us, and at the start of the EX part of the celebration, they're going to widen this roadmap and add more slots here, because there are still a couple of characters that they've basically said are going to EZA that haven't yet, right? So, with that also brings a big question mark of, will that stuff be the only new stuff to come? I know there have been a lot of questions coming from members of the community about whether or not there will be more banners to summon on, which I think is very, very unlikely. They've never done that before, right? It's pretty standard for them during these giant celebrations, the Worldwide Download Celebration, the Anniversary, Tanabata, to have both Part 1 summons and Part 2 summons, and they have done that for about 7 years straight at this point. Those have been very consistent. But we have never seen a Part 3 or an EX part summon, right? Where there's a brand new character that's released specifically for that. Usually they just limit those to like EZAs and such, right? So I don't think it's likely that we'll see a brand new unit. But I suppose it is always possible, right? I also didn't think it would be likely that they would hand us a resource that would directly allow us to just pick up one of the brand new anniversary headliners for free, right? But they surprised us and did that. So yeah, we'll have to stay tuned and see what they end up doing. But I would imagine that if they do release another banner to summon on, more than likely they would probably include like these units here that haven't yet gotten their EZAs on that banner to allow players a chance to like pick these guys up, especially if they are going to be like really impressive EZAs and stuff. And then I think it's also likely that they maybe give some assistance to us for the summoning. I mean, I know they've already given us more than they've ever given in any celebration in history. But, if they're going to do, basically, my point here is that everyone has already drained their stones, right? There's been so many awesome opportunities to summon and spend your dragon stones and your tickets and all kinds of other things, right? Everybody's wallet is empty right now. Nobody is prepared to summon on another banner. So if they were to just do a cheeky thing and drop another banner for us right at the end of the celebration, I would imagine that maybe they'll give players a bunch of missions to farm up special tickets that will allow us to do ticket summons on whatever given banner, something like that. To where, all players would actually be able to be included in that, because I would imagine that, a solid 90% of the player base, or maybe even more, would just not have the resources to summon if they were to add more summons right here at the end of the anniversary, right? But if they were to do that, I think it's a safe guess that maybe whatever headliner they would add would be something from Dragon Ball. Because, obviously the only Dragon Ball representation that we got from the anniversary here was the free-to-play Demon King Piccolo LR. And now he is a really, really good unit. After seeing his kit and stuff, this is one of the best free-to-play units in the game. Maybe the best free-to-play unit we've ever gotten in the game. But it is still just a Demon King Piccolo, right? And who goes alongside Demon King Piccolo but a Kid Goku, right? And we still do not have a Dokkan Fest for a a Kid Goku that would have been from, this fight in the World Tournament with them. So yeah, I think it's like that is something they could possibly do. Potentially. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm not sure what form they intend to release these EZAs under, but it is pretty much guaranteed to happen. So we're just going to have to stay tuned and see what they do with that. But yeah, a lot of people had questions about whether there's even going to be an EX part, or whether, when March 6th hits, if the anniversary is just going to straight up end and we move on to the next things. Well, these EZAs would be a big indicator of that for me. If these EZAs have not yet released by the time March 6th comes, then definitely there is going to be more to this anniversary, because these units do have to see some attention before the anniversary ends. All right, well, let me know what you guys think of this little theory about, these upcoming EZAs. I think I'm onto something here. I think that this is a pretty solid guess. So, yeah, that is all the information that I have for you guys. The roadmap finally looks complete. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite unit on this roadmap is, the one that you have been enjoying using the most out of any of them. I am curious, what you guys have been enjoying throughout the anniversary. For me, I would probably say I'm not going to go with the cheeky answer like one of the Dokkan Fest LRs, the Vegeta or Gogeta. So I would say, probably for me, is going to be this guy. The physical Super Saiyan 4s. This unit is so impressive. He's going to be a staple on many teams for a very, very long time. So yeah, that's probably my favorite unit of the entire roadmap. Let me know what you guys are thinking about it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the description, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.